In the name of Allah, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to all of you. This topic is for the class 4th. And students, we are today going to start our 11th chapter, that is air, water and weather. In this topic, we are going to read the importance of air, the importance of water, and also we are going to see what is weather. Students, as you all people know that air and water are the two most important natural resources which are used by us in our day-to-day life. Air is the most important natural resource which is used by living organisms every time, every minute and every second. That is, it is used for breathing. Air is actually a mixture of gases, and it contains oxygen, carbon dioxide, and the major proportion of air is made by nitrogen. And these gases, oxygen, are used by animals for breathing, or we say respiration. This carbon dioxide is used by plants in order to carry out photosynthesis. And another gases are also present in air. And what about water? Water is also an important natural resource which is used by we people in our all the daily activities like cooking. Without water you can't cook, bathing, brushing, like different activities for which water is needed, and all these activities are impossible without water. Now students, we will start with weather. What is weather? Weather is the condition of air, clouds, rain and sun of a place at a particular time. Students, we say that weather is the sum total of all the conditions at a particular place. What is weather? Weather is the sum total of all the conditions at a particular place. That is the condition of air, the conditions of clouds, rain and sun. So weather is a state of the atmosphere of a place at a particular time in relation to heat, cloudiness, dryness, sunshine, wind and rain. Students, we understand weather like we say at times that the weather at a place is hot, or we say that the weather at a place is cold, or we say that the weather at another place is dry, and sometimes we say it is windy, it is rainy and it's humid based on the different conditions, that is clouds, based on sun, on based on rain, etc. So changes in weather are due to sun. We will understand this, that how sun causes the change in weather, but at this time you will remember that weather is the sum total of all the atmospheric conditions at a particular place. Now students, we'll see air and weather. This is the next topic. As I already told you that air is a mixture of gases, and our earth is surrounded by a layer of gases which is called as atmosphere. What is atmosphere? Atmosphere is the layer of gases that surround our earth. Students, the moving air is called as wind. You know this? And a light wind is called as breeze. And a strong wind is called as gale. Remember students, moving air called as wind, light wind is called as breeze, and a strong wind is called as gale. It makes the walking difficult, and sometimes it also makes the standing of trees difficult, and also due to which what happens, the branches of the trees get broken down, and also sometimes the roofs of houses are blown away because of this gale. Students, sometimes a very strong wind comes into existence, and what are its effects? That it uproots the trees and causes damage to buildings, and that a very strong wind which can uproot the trees and cause a lot of damage is called as a storm. And when the storm is accompanied by rain and thunder, it is called as thunderstorm. Once again, I'll repeat, students, a very strong wind which causes a lot of destruction, like which causes damage to the buildings and also uproots the trees, that strong wind is called as storm. And if this storm is accompanied by rain, it is called as thunderstorm. Students, now we will see how sun causes the winds to blow. Students, we know that sun gives us heat, and the heat of the sun heats up the air which is present in the atmosphere. Students, when the sun heats up the air becomes light and it rises up. So this hot air is light and it rises up, and the cool air which is heavier takes the place of this light air. So this movement of air is called as the blowing of wind. Once again, students, the sun heats up the air, and after heating this air becomes light and it rises upwards. For example, this is the air. If the sun heats up this air, it becomes light and it moves higher, rises upwards. And here this place is taken up by the cool air, and this movement of air is called as the blowing of wind. When this cool air will get the heat of light, it will also get light and it will also move upwards. So this will also move upwards, and here a new cool layer of air will come, and this movement of air is called as blowing of wind. So that is how the sun causes the winds to blow.